Alrighty, alrighty. Is music too high? It is for me. Let me get a sip of water. Alright, this is gonna be a quick stream. Like it says on the thing. But when I say that I actually mean it because we gotta get ready to go some other places. But I wanted to quickly talk about a critique that I wanted to do for Bach. One sec. For Bach, he posted this in my Discord. If you guys want a critique on Discord, portrait drawings and figure drawings alike, you can send them over in the critique channel on my Discord. Hopefully, I get the chance on my next stream to talk about it. So, let me quickly. My screen will go black for 1 second just so I can put this photo on my. Put this photo on the screen. So 1 sec, I'm gonna just. Never fret, guys. Never fret. I just wanted to say never fret. I don't know why I said that. So I'm gonna put on both of his photos that he sent over, so we can just side by side, just get them out the way. Yeah, let me pull up the reference. Yeah, we'll talk about the lady first since that's the one I did. All right. Voila. Alright. So for a block-in, let's see. I think as I squint down and I look at the image and then I look at your image, I think the values do read. I think you got them pretty straight. Yeah, because I can feel that turn right here. I can feel that turn, so that's feeling pretty good. I think now you're in that stage where it's like, oh, where do I go from here? This is where drawing, the drawing has to work. And a lot of the times people kind of neglect the measuring and the form building of drawing. And because it's me personally, I don't think it's fun, and I think a lot of people agree that it's not really fun to build forms, and just like measure and find angles and all that stuff. Like, it's not fun. You just want to get to the drawing part. Well, not the drawing part, but the fun part. But it's very important to get to that part because as I look at this image, this drawing, I can see that when you start to shade, you're gonna have an issue telling us about this eye and this eye because they're not fully thought out. They're just concepts of what an eye is. And even if you were just saying, just placing them there, like saying, oh, well, I'm not done, like I'm just placing them here. Even at that point, they shouldn't be an idea of what you think an eye is. I feel like at this point they should be, you should measure, have the width of where the eye is and compare it to the nose, and then find a way to convince us that this is a ball inside of a socket. right? So now I'm looking at it, I feel like the eyes are far apart, right? Yeah, the eyes are very far apart. And her eyes are very far apart too, but I would only push it slightly. Right now, they're like very far apart and they're too small. So that's what I mean by the proportion and the drawing aspects of it. Those are very, very, very important. So, all right, we have a block in. Where do we go from here? If let's just say that the drawing was explaining everything to you and you just wanted to shade, then you would start turning the major form, the biggest idea, which is that this is an egg shape. Let me use this shape right here, the head, is an egg first and foremost. A sphere, an egg, whatever you want to. And if this is our core shadow, I talk about this in my YouTube video on how to shade portraits called pulling from the core shadow, or pulling from the Terminator, I think. All you have to do is pull this value, which it should be black. I'm just doing it white so you guys can see it, but let's do this. Just so I don't confuse you. Uh-oh. Oh, am I on the wrong layer? I am on the wrong layer. Alright, well that's fine. Go like this. So we're just gonna grab this value and just keep pulling up until we gradually get lighter towards the light source. And we'll do that with every... Actually, I shouldn't have blended it. If I wanna actually... No, F it. Yeah, we'll just be pulling from the thing. I was gonna try to like blend it and do all that stuff, but I don't have the time. This is what we're gonna do just in general. If you watch my last stream about how to shade, I talk about doing the same thing and it's a lot more neat. So just watch that stream on how to shade and how to pull from the core shadow. Right? I talk about where to find the lightest plane. I talk about all of that. So you can find that, and the moment that this overall idea of roundness is conveyed, then you can focus on getting the features, which we won't even talk about because right now the roundness isn't conveyed yet. Okay? And for this image, I actually really like this image. Yeah, I actually really like this image. I don't really have much to say. I guess like there's you could add some depth. The English language, ladies and gentlemen. You can add some depth by adding some like shadows. Like, all right, so right now it's saying that the light is coming from this top. Actually, I don't know. So I'm pretty sure you got these highlights from the image. Let me... Okay. All right. Okay, now that makes a little sense. All right, so right now the light is coming directly on her face. Wow, the light is uh, directly hitting her face, right? And what that can tell me is that this sphere right here, because that is what an eyeball is, it's a ball. If the light is hitting it here, this area must be darker. Even if it's not by a lot, it has to be, because it is not facing the light. So that's one way we can add depth to the eye. And then we can look at this area right here that's being turned, like this plane is being turned, even though it doesn't read like that in the image. You got to remember that photos simplify reality, and if you're shading from a photo, you're shading from a simplified version of reality, and that's flat. A simplified version of reality is going to be flat 10 times out of 10. So we need to find a way to make this 2D image not feel flat. And also the perspective of the mouth is the mouth is small. That's where the measurements could come in. Like I feel like it should end like right here. Then have this opening right here. But it should be more that wide, but it's fine. We'll fix it. Just trying to give it some depth. By just turning those planes and giving it some sense of form, because even though it's in the light, there's still values willing to be, like there's still transitions in value. Even though it's in the light, they're just very small. Like they're just the most, like just like that. Like even then I might have like overdid it, but I just want you to see. Oh, let me take this off. Right. I gave it a little bit more form. Right. And then even with the hair, you can I think you can go lighter because it's like blonde and it's reflecting. I think you added the highlights in the right spot though. You don't want this area to be too bright because that'll pull away. I think you can add a little more like real highlights. Make that hair really pop. Oh, also you missed some highlights that you could add. Maybe right here. That'll see that even that right there just made it pop a little bit. There's another highlight, one on the nose. Right, one on the lip. Yeah, I think the features. I think right now your biggest focus. Oh, what's up, Art? My bad. I don't know if you just said if that's been a while, but what's up? I think your biggest focus right now would be to focus on measuring, getting the drawing, the look really good before you get into the shading, because the more you can say with your drawing, the easier shading will be. Right? The easier shading will be. And that's all we want. We just want the drawing to be the stressful part. So when we start shading, it's like, oh, I can, I can turn on a movie and just go, you know, just close my mind because all of my questions have been answered. All right? It's been a while, but it's all right. But it is all right. Yeah, man. Work and all that, man. Life is stressful. Trying to like work, trying to find time to draw, relationships, just when does it get easy, bro? When does it get easier? Yeah, you're right. One step at a time. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, bro. I do have a tendency of what's the word? Overthinking. And you're completely correct. It's just you know how life gets. Alright, I'm gonna put all of these on one layer. I get antsy when I actually not yet. I'm still working. Let's see how quickly we can get something done with this right here. That's actually what someone told me when they were tattooing. They're like, yeah, the pain is what makes it worth it. I'm like, to each his own. To each his own. I'm not a pain guy. I just appreciate you stopping by. Stay safe, man. Hopefully I'll stream, sometime soon. We can chat. All right. I'm gonna be good. Bro, it wasn't me who said it. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't me who said it. I don't even have a tattoo, and I know that the pain is just not something I'm looking forward to. I know it was painful. I see this guy getting his arm tattooed yesterday, and he was like, bro, tears, tears. He was in tears. And I'm like, yeah, that don't look appetizing. All right, so that shot right here. I'm doing two nose, bottom of the nose right here. Okay. Let's get to highlight. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right now I'm just guessing the values. I'm not gonna be right. I don't really care about being right now. I just want to give myself like little notes. Like, oh, this is gonna be a soft gradation. So let me remind myself that by adding a small soft gradation. This is a cast shadow. Let me add a cast shadow in here. Oh, you don't got any pot there. Pot that cherry is crazy. um, but no tattoo is unbearable. I feel like a leg tattoo, right on that back of the knee. I feel like that's unbearable. But no, I am getting one. I think I'm getting one on my wrist. If not, then I'm gonna probably do it. I don't know, man. It's just finding out where. I don't want nothing crazy though. I'll probably just get like a. Oof, I don't even know. Probably something like a name. My mom's name. I feel like that's poetic. How deep is his? This is I in relation to. That's what. This plane is going down for sure. Figure that out first. Take my own advice, Woody. I'm trying to get faster, man. I know that's my issue. Like, bro, it takes me so long to draw. Mm-hmm. 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 Just the ideas. This is what I mean by like cleaning up. I just want to say that this form is turning down, but eventually I'm gonna soften it up. Just, yeah. But if it wasn't a kid, like if it was a grown adult, like I would probably like add like a thing right here and give it that cheekbone feeling. Don't start on your wrist. Put it somewhere where you can cover up and close just to get it started. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Plus I work in like a fancy place, so like they probably wouldn't be the best of it. That's the old school way. I uh, I guess maybe I'm just comparing myself to people I shouldn't be comparing myself to. Bro, I do the same thing. But you know what's crazy though? That's how you learn. Like you're supposed to learn that way because then you learn like um you're figuring out something you don't know. But I realized like I'm always gonna have questions. I can't answer every single problem. That's why in this image I'm really just gonna try to shade this area, like all of this, and leave all of the other stuff just like this honestly. And see if that really does anything. Because each image really has its own set of problems. Like this image is gonna have its own problems that I might not be able to answer, like I answered with the lady I just drew. Hmm. I just think I ran into a funny problem. He's supposed to be darker. Even with his local color is too dark. I mean too light. I gotta bring it down. I think I gotta go really dark. This might be one of those pieces where I'm just black out everything like I love to do. Ooh, okay, okay. I just had fun. Okay, all right. I got you. I got you. Good. So we finna turn this background dark. Ah, dang, I forgot. Okay. Oh, it's all good. So let's see. How can I make this work? But the background is gonna be a part of it. Nah, I want this to be dark. Erase this. Yeah, you gotta figure out that background first because it'll really mess with your head. Values um have this way of tricking you, where you'll think something is way lighter than it is because it's around darker things. Yeah, the questions are what I think I love about realistic drawing. There's so many problems to solve. If I could only show form instead of blah blah blah. Bro, the thing is though, you're speaking the language, man. Like you're speaking the language. The fact that you want to answer those questions, a lot of people are not willing to do that. They see it and they struggle and they're like, oh well, you know what, it's good enough or something like. They don't want to ask those questions. You're willing to ask those questions. That's gonna get you real far, bro. When you draw a darker skin tone, do you leave the background lighter? Mm, it depends. It depends because It depends on what you're trying to say. And I know that's a vague answer, but it really does, because like this image, right? This image that I'm working on. I just want this area. Oh, rip. I just want this area to communicate things to the audience, right? So because of that, I want the areas around it to be darker. And because the area around it is darker, this area will pop that much more. But say I didn't want that to be the case. Say I wanted it to be everything, to be fully rendered. Then I might leave the background white, because it'll give you that contrast of a white background but something black on the background. So it'll be like, it's either like a white on black composition, where that's the main contrast, or it could be a black on, a white on black composition, or that could be the main contrast. Okay, I'm glad that made sense. Sometimes I just be talking. Right now I'm just setting myself up. Like I'm throwing, like, obviously this plane isn't this white and all that fun stuff. Right now I'm just trying to guess and then come back to it and say what I really feel. So this is how I knew the skin was too light. Now that I've made the background darker, I don't know, you see how bright that makes it feel as opposed to this? Like, I'm comparing to the skin. Excuse me. Light bulb moment, I love it. Okay. I feel what you're saying. I don't emphasize the points I want. Uh-huh. Emphasize the points you want. Exactly. I'm trying to learn how to do that, because I get in this place where I start to over render, because I don't know, like, I genuinely think it's like a little ego thing where it's like, can I actually render it? I don't think I believe that I can render it, so I try to render it just to prove to myself that I can render it. When it's like, bro, you're supposed to be talking to the audience, not yourself. This looks so much cooler, bro. Yes, sir. Tomorrow on Zoom, dog. I appreciate you hopping in, bro. Appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, I'm about to head out too soon, so. You as well, bro. Oh man, he probably left already. I'm so late. I didn't even see that. I was zoned in. What's up, Jesco? Yeah, I am. I guess I've had teachers, but I've never went to art school. Like I've had mentors. Like I have a mentor right now. Nice. Nice. Do you want to go to art school? I know a lot of people who are self-taught, including me, wants to the opportunity to go to an art school. It's just the funds, man. They are so expensive. Oh, whoa, okay, I missed a few. I've had mentors other than books. Yeah, I'm too old. Had no. Oh, you've had no mentors. Aren't we all too broke at this point, man? 70K a semester. 70 grand a semester. Come on, man. That's insane. But you're never too old. I don't know. I don't think you're ever too old. I know that probably like gets annoying hearing people say that though. Like, I call this the ugly phase of a drawing where everything is just the ideas of what you want it to be. Like it's so fun seeing the difference between the ugly phase and the oh, I've actually got something coming along phase. Like there's so much online for free now that there's no point other than having a mentor or someone to tell you what. Yeah, yeah. That's why I got the mentors though. That's why I have so many mentors is because like every step of my journey I've needed to learn something new. And if I didn't have those mentors, I would have been stuck quite a few times. But I'm guessing you watch like the usual suspects like Proco. Um, really the biggest one, honestly. Draw with Jazza. I don't really watch him anymore, but yeah, I've got a few of his courses. Yeah, I've got a few Proco courses. Like too much to count. Like, it's definitely the next wave, man. I think it's way better because charging people 70 grand a semester, like be so serious. We're artists. We don't have 70 grand a semester money. Like be so serious. Will I lose the whole ear in the background? Find out on the next Dragon Ball. All right, let's do this really quick. Oh man, I should have yeah. I always love doing this because it just reminds me of every phase of a drawing. And if I can push through. Oh, wait, I gotta do it. Hold on. It always, you know, works out in the long run. Yeah, so it'll start off like this. And then just getting work, constant work, constant work. And then it turns into, bro, that's so dope. That's so dope. I love how Procreate does that. But I have to head out. I will be going to the tattoo shop. So appreciate you guys for watching. I stayed longer than I should have because I love drawing. So I'll just see you guys on the next one. Hopefully Sunday I can stream. Tomorrow might not be a possibility, but Sunday for sure. Stay safe, everybody.